public service announcement, y'all. If you are asking for Carson Wentz to be fired, bench, whatever the case may be after one bad game, you are opted me. You are op. You might as well start rooting for the Cowboys, the Washington football team, whatever. Because you are opting me. You are not an Eagles fan, man. The general says so, man. Bird gang. Yo, that. Say E, A, G, L, E, S. Eagles. Say fly, Eagles fly. Yo, that. You know what it is. Your boy Fully Fresh, a.k.a. The General, also a.k.a. a Four for the Better Bird podcast. Shout out to everybody that came through last night, preseason and postseason, man. But if you haven't done it, please make sure you hit that sub button right down there and the little bell that's right next to it, man. Hit the like button. Also, that's how we grow, man. That's how we grow. Push me out there to YouTube, and then we're gonna put our foot on their neck to make sure that I get pushed out there, man. Appreciate y'all. All right. Before we get into business, somebody won last night. It wasn't us. Somebody won though. I asked y'all how many yards Carson Wentz was gonna throw for. Shout out to James Hurley. If I'm saying it wrong correctly. James Hurley. I think Carson Wentz threw for 276. I think he said 270, and he was the closest. So he got that $15 gift card coming to him, man. I already talked to him, so we know it's on the way, man. So shout out to him. Now, we got some things to talk about. Y'all. I was disgusted last night. I couldn't even really sleep last night. I was so disgusted. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And it wasn't even a reason why y'all would think, man. To me, this loss is on Doug Peterson. I give him 60%. I have to give Carson Wentz 40% of this loss. I mean, you could sprinkle in other things. I really can't. I understand you want to get on the defense. Cool. But I'm not going to. You have to understand they didn't have to go no more than 50 yards in the last 9 drives that they had. So that tires out a defense. It deflates a defense. You stop them 3 and outs in the beginning of the game. All the way till halftime. They get nothing until Carson Wentz throws that pick. Now, what I can say about that first pick that was on Carson Wentz, the second pick was not. The second pick, if you look at it, and yeah, there's people saying, oh, well, he had this guy open and this guy. Well, that Hightower should have been open on that second pick. It was a comeback route. I need people to, this is what I need people to do about Carson Wentz before I get into Doug real fast. What I need people to do is I need people to understand football before you go ahead and jump off the train. If you off the train right now, don't try to come back on in the middle of the season because I'm tired of it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm really tired of it, man. I'm tired of these fake fans saying, oh, well, Wentz is this and Wentz is that. After one game. Let me tell you something, man. Did he have a bad game? Yes, he did, but everything wasn't on him. You got to understand football. It's not just about, oh, well, Carson Wentz, he's seen this and he's seen that, or he didn't see this and he didn't see that. You got to understand there's reads. There's things that supposed to happen that did not happen that's out of his control. Because we got on Carson, I know I did, and a lot of people commented and said that they agreed. That I said, and a lot of people said, Carson Wentz has to throw a player open, right? Remember we said that? Don't wait. Trust your receivers. Don't wait till your guy gets open and get rid of the ball. And when he does that and it becomes an interception because the guy doesn't run the right route, then we get on Carson Wentz. You know what I mean? I'm just picking out the stuff I feel as though he wasn't wrong on. Now, what I will say is you got to throw some of them balls away. Dan Orlovsky pointed out one, man. If I can find it, I will put it in here. Dan Orlovsky pointed out one, man. Shout out to him. it was a screen pass that was just broken up. And it was nowhere for Carson Wentz to go. Nowhere. It was really nowhere. And he just tried to run. He tried to put a square in a round hole. That's not going to work, Carson. Throw the ball away, let it fight another day. Right? But my thing is with Carson, y'all turn on him so fast. Y'all turn on him so fast and I don't get it. Y'all forgot who he is. He had a bad game, had a bad half. Because I guarantee nobody was saying trade Carson Wentz when we was up 17-0. When he was throwing bombs. Strikes to Dallas Goedert, to Zach Ertz, to Jalen Reagor. Come on, man, we not going to do that. And then now that we lose, let's get rid of Wentz. For who? Who you getting? You want Jalen Hurts to start? Come on, man. He couldn't even make it to quarterback 2. He couldn't even beat out Nate Sudfeld. But you want him to start? Stop it. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. And I'm not talking to the people that I always conversate with. I ain't talking to the people that I always conversate with, comment, and that know they football. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Seriously. I'm talking to the people that just see a game and don't know what they just see the ball in the quarterback's hands and they don't understand that a guy's not open. Yeah, he has to throw the ball away, but you can't throw it away all the time. Because if you throw it away 7 times, right? Say on the last drive, right? He keep throwing it away and throwing it away and throwing it away. And it gets to 4th down and he throws it away again. What are we going to do? We're going to call him a quitter. It's like he can't win. Carson Wentz cannot win. Now, enough of Carson Wentz, man. We're going to talk about him in the week some more. Because we got a whole week to talk about this before we get ready for the Rams, right? So, Doug Peterson, step into my office. You ain't fired yet, but I'm on your top. I'm not going to call, just like I'm not going to say Carson Wentz need to be benched. I'm not going to call for Doug Peterson to be fired. But what I will tell you is, you got all his help. They brought out all these people. And I still see the same stale, act like bread that been on the refrigerator for 2 weeks, stale behind plays. I don't get it. I don't understand. In the beginning, your first 15 scripted plays, that was probably some of that help that came here, some of your coaching staff. And they was good plays. But then you just started, it just started to be predictable. That's why Carson Wentz got picked off that's some of the reason why Carson Wentz got picked off 2 times. It just seemed like the plays was predictable. You wasn't running the ball. You ran the ball 16 times. Carson Wentz threw the ball 43 times, I want to say, got sacked 8. So that's 51 times he dropped back. So, and I want to say 67 plays, I think it was 67 plays. Carson Wentz dropped back 53 times, or like 52. It's something horrible, 51 times. Something horrible. That can't happen. I don't care if the running game was working or not. You still run the ball, you be honest, especially against this defensive front. And then you're not running no screens. You're not running no crossing routes. It just seems so Manila, man. You know what your offense is like. And shout out to anybody, that grew up and their grandma was taking care of them. Your offense is like one of them nasty playing behind rice patties that my grandma used to try to get me to eat all the damn time. They taste like plastics, just plastic forks, and man, they horrible. That's all I'm gonna say. Listen, Doug, you have to be better. If me, other YouTubers, people commenting, people that I talk to on the phone, if they are seeing it, why can't you see it? Stop putting your quarterback in position to get hurt. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. The more I look at it and the more that I haven't watched the game again, but seeing 2 different Carson Wentz's like that, I'm starting to think he got a concussion or something. If it come out later in this week that he got a concussion, I won't be surprised. Now, I'm not saying that to make an excuse for him, but how do you go from that to that? It was 2 different people. So, just putting him in that predicament to just get dropped back and just get ate up. He was dog food back there, man. You cannot do that to your quarterback. You got to run quick. Why is it that we look around the league? It don't matter who it is. We look around the league. We see different kind of plays. We see sweet plays. We see nice screen. We don't see that with you. Doug, I got you as a top 5 quarterback, but you're not looking like that right now. You got to do better. And you going against a guy that you really own in Sean McVay next week. But if you would have coached how you coached against the Washington football team against him, you would have lost that game too. Now, given, we understand Miles Sanders wasn't there, Lane Johnson wasn't there. They are major pieces to this offense. I'll take no aspersions on them. But then, Doug, you come out and say Herbig is still going to be the right guard. Herbig was garbage. You want to talk about barbecue chicken? Oh my God, he was getting ran over. He was getting ran by. He was getting chopped. Yo, listen, man. Herbig, no, he's not it. He's not the answer. I don't care. Get Matt Pryor. Get on the guy from the Bengals. Get on the phone and get him. Whoever you need to get. This offensive line needs to be fixed. It was atrocious. And I gotta say this: Carson Wentz holds the ball too long. But he has had the privilege of, kind of being probably pampered with this, but has the privilege of having a good offensive line so he can hold the ball longer. But you can't do that now, Carson. You cannot hold this ball at all. It should be 1-2 read, boom. That's it. I feel as though you should have enough speed on the outside to be able to do that. J.J. Arthur-Whiteside, no targets. Dallas Goedert, player of the game to me. Defense showed up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Slay, I think Scary Terry only had 2 receptions, something like that when Slay was on him. So I think he did a good job. Vontae Maddox did a good job. It's just that when you keep, when your defense keep having their back to the goalpost at the 40-yard line, it's kind of hard for you to stop the other team from scoring. So we got to realize that, man. I think the defense did do their job. But we got some things to talk about this week, man. I ain't running. I ain't hiding. We took a loss. I'm a man about that. But you want to know why I'm a whole lot, like 100 messages free, meaning I got less than 100 messages? It's because Dallas lost too, so you ain't really got nothing to say. What y'all got to say, Dallas? We on one just like y'all. And once again, anybody that's hopping off the train right now, off the Wentz wagon, whatever you want to call it, stay where you at. You talking about trade Wentz? I'm trying to tell you, he will not have another game like this. Come on, man. Funny to me, y'all. I'm talking to the real Eagles fans right now. Y'all know what it is. We still gonna win the division. Doug, you need to do better though. Carson, you need to do better too. Seriously. And Zach Ertz, oh my gosh. Your attitude, you looking like a baby out there. I don't know, maybe since Carson Wentz overthrew you or whatever the case may be, or Dallas Goedert just was outshining you. I'm gonna make a whole video about you. That's coming up probably tomorrow. Seriously, I don't like your attitude. I don't like your body language. I ain't feeling none of that. I understand you in a contract here. If you're not going to play, then sit your behind out. You should have opted out. You could have did that. You should have opted out. If that's how you going to play, if that's how you going to care for yourself, I'm not going. And I'm not even talking about the 4th down. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about your body language. You was sluggish, man. You was sluggish. You act like you ain't want to be there. If you ain't want to be there, get the hell out of here. I'm gonna calm down, y'all. I finally calmed down from yesterday. It was a bad loss. But I got faith in my quarterback. And those who don't, stay on that side. I'm not mad at you. But don't try to come back over here. In the middle of the season, you know what I mean, when we like 6-1 or 7-2 or something like that, and you like, yeah, Carson, man, get out of here, man. Don't do that. Until next time, man, y'all know what it is, man.
Stay Philly, stay fresh.